Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the biggest movies of 2025. And if you've seen Kathryn Bigelow's pulse-pounding nuclear thriller, A House of Dynamite on Netflix, then you might know that the ending hits like a gut punch. It cuts to black right as President Idris Elba is about to decide on retaliation for that unidentified missile heading to Chicago. So does he launch? Does the world end? Or is it all a tragic mistake? Well, today I am exploring fan theories on what happens if the president pulls the trigger, from total apocalypse to shocking twists. So if your team retaliate or hold off, drop your take in the comments. And hit like if you're still reeling from this film. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe for more breakdowns. Then firstly, let's get a quick spoiler-filled recap for better understanding. So A House of Dynamite unfolds in real time over 90 minutes, structured like a flower with three perspectives on the same crisis: the missile detection, the frantic White House response, and the human fallout. Actually, an unidentified ICBM launches from the Pacific, and it could be Russia, China, North Korea, or even an accident. But the important part is that it's barreling toward Chicago with no warning. Ground-based interceptors fail to stop it, leaving President with the nuclear football in hand. Meanwhile, General Anthony Brady pushes for immediate retaliation, like hit every suspected launch site to exploit the situation and prevent a follow-up attack. But Deputy Jake Barrington argues for restraint, suggesting to wait for intel and avoid escalating a possible glitch into World War III. On the other side, Secretary of Defense Reed Baker is crumbling, desperate to reach his daughter Caroline, who is currently in Chicago, tying personal grief to the stakes. And the film resets twice, showing these moments from different angles, building dread without naming a villain. Then at last, there's the ambiguity, because as bunkers scramble and the clock hits 0, screen cuts away. No explosion, no safe word, just pure silence. Actually, screenwriter Noah Oppenheim designed this to spotlight the system of mutually assured destruction, not a single bad guy, forcing us to confront our own nuclear house of cards. And director Kathryn Bigelow echoes this in interviews, saying ambiguity is critical because it makes us take responsibility. It's not a sim, it's reality we built. So because of this film's ending, fans on Reddit and Twitter are divided, as some call it frustrating and anticlimactic, others praise it as a bold conversation starter. But let's think, what if POTUS retaliates? And let's unpack the top theories buzzing online. So let's start with theory 1. The most popular and most terrifying. Like, if the president retaliates, it's game over and there will be total nuclear winter. Actually, fans point to the film's game theory undertones, where delay spirals into doom. Like Russia or China sensing US mobilization, launches preemptively, thinking we're coming for them. And as one marginal revolution analysis puts it, that expecting retaliation makes it rational to attack first, creating a belief loop where no one waits. Like POTUS greenlights major attack options, blitzing bomber bases and silos worldwide. So as Chicago gets hit, but so do Moscow, Beijing, and beyond. Billions will die, not from one missile, but the chain reaction our insanity protocols demand. Actually, this theory was drawn from real nuclear doctrine, because experts note that the US must respond in minutes to maintain deterrence, or risk looking weak and inviting more strikes. And so Reddit's users calls the ending abrupt but interesting, arguing it avoids Hollywood's tidy saves to show how one choice can end everything. So in this theory, there are no heroes, just absolute fallout. But trust me, not all theories go full doomsday, and the fan favorite too is just that. So in this theory, retaliation exposes the launch as a hoax or malfunction, but too late to stop the damage. And just imagine, POTUS launches just as intel confirms it's a North Korean test gone wrong or a cyber glitch, like there is no enemy, just human error. And the film hints at this with its no-villain approach, and even Oppenheim told Deadline that they avoided scapegoating to focus on systemic risks, like thousands of weapons that could go off by mistake. So that's why fans on Screen Rant speculate the ambiguity ties to Barrington's restraint push, because if he sways POTUS last second, a limited strike might ping a decoy site, revealing the truth before full escalation. And just picture the twist, like US missiles intercept nothing, but the real horror is the near miss, with Chicago spared by seconds. Well, USA Today fact-checks the film's realism, noting real interceptors like GBI have mixed success rates, so a fizzle fits. So this theory keeps the tension without apocalypse, sparking sequel buzz, like does the world de-escalate, or does the close call ignite arms races? Well, it's hopeful but haunting, perfect for Bigelow style. But lastly, the Theory 3 gets conspiratorial, like Retaliation stems from Betrayal, leading to a targeted war instead of Armageddon. And fans zero in on Baker's arc. His wife's recent death and frantic calls to Caroline make him volatile. So what if he's leaking intel to protect her, or worse, influenced by a foreign power? Actually, cast reactions fuel this, because in a Screen Rant roundtable, Rebecca Ferguson jokes that I blame Cillian Murphy for this, hinting at hidden motives, while Elba says the ending's openness let viewers project their fears. So if POTUS retaliates on bad advice from a compromised advisor, it sparks a contained conflict, like strikes on North Korea, that expose the inside job without global meltdown. Then for Forbes interviews, Bigelow was defending the divisive cut, saying it's not anticlimactic, it's a mirror to our paranoia. And Reddit users debated the rush to respond pre-impact, so theorizing Betrayal explains the unidentified launch, perhaps a deep state test to justify budgets. Well, this adds emotional layers, turning the thriller into a character drama, which is actually gripping for rewatches. So Bigelow and Oppenheim crafted this ending to provoke exactly these debates, and there is no easy outs, just the weight of choice. And as Slate notes, it's shockingly realistic, mirroring psychological pressures in Nuclear Command where fear trumps facts. And fans love it for sparking forums, like Twitter threads with more than 10,000 replies, though some call it a misfire for frustration. Either way, it boosts the film's buzz post-Venice premiere and Netflix drop. So what do you think happens if the president retaliates, apocalypse, accident, or betrayal? Share your theory below.